Have you ever wondered how the beautiful, isolated landscape of an archipelago came to be? This question sets the stage for our exploration of the birth of the archipelago, a term that perhaps not everyone is familiar with. An archipelago, in simplest terms, is a chain or cluster of islands. These islands, scattered across the vast expanse of the ocean, create a unique geographical configuration that is both intriguing and captivating. But these islands did not simply appear out of nowhere. Their formation is the result of extraordinary geological phenomena, a symphony of natural elements and forces working in harmony. Like a master sculptor, Mother Nature carves out these islands one by one over millions of years. The formation of an archipelago begins deep beneath the ocean's surface, where the Earth's crust is constantly shifting and changing. Volcanic activity plays a significant role. When a volcano erupts underwater, it releases molten rock or lava. As this lava cools and solidifies, it gradually builds up layer upon layer until it breaks the surface of the water, forming a new island. Yet, volcanic activity is just one piece of the puzzle. Erosion, too, has a hand in shaping these islands. Over time, wind and water wear down the land, carving out valleys and cliffs, giving each island its unique shape and topography. And let's not forget about plate tectonics, the slow and steady movement of the Earth's crust. When these massive plates collide, they can force land upwards, creating islands where there was once only open water. Each of these processes, volcanic activity, erosion, and plate tectonics, contributes to the formation of an archipelago. It's a slow, painstaking process that takes millions of years. But the result is a breathtaking landscape of scattered islands, each with its own unique features and characteristics. The formation of an archipelago is truly a testament to the dynamic and powerful forces of nature. These islands, born out of fire and shaped by wind and water, stand as a beautiful reminder of the Earth's ever-changing nature. Let's travel back in time to when the first archipelago was just beginning to form. Our journey starts in the Precambrian era, the dawn of Earth's history. It was during this time that the planet's crust cooled and hardened, laying the groundwork for the continents and oceans we see today. This was also the era of supercontinents, massive landmasses that drifted across the globe, colliding and breaking apart in a never-ending dance. These movements were driven by the shifting of tectonic plates, slabs of rock that make up the Earth's surface. Fast forward to the Paleozoic era, and the dance of the continents took on a new rhythm. The supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart, and with it the first archipelagos were born. You see, as continents drift, they sometimes leave behind fragments. These fragments, surrounded by water on all sides, are what we call archipelagos. As we step into the Mesozoic era, we see another key player in the formation of archipelagos: volcanic activity. Underwater volcanoes erupted, spewing lava that cooled and hardened upon contact with the sea. Over time, these volcanic islands grew and clustered together, forming archipelagos. In the Cenozoic era, the age of mammals, the continents and oceans began to resemble those of the present day. Archipelagos continued to form and evolve, shaped by the forces of erosion, sea level changes, and ongoing tectonic activity. Our journey through time reveals that the formation of archipelagos is a complex process, involving a multitude of geological events and forces. From the drifting of continents and the shifting of tectonic plates to volcanic eruptions and changes in sea level, each played a pivotal role in the birth of the world's first archipelagos. As we move through geological time, we see the landscape shifting and changing, leading to the birth of the world's first archipelagos. Scene script. Volcanic activity plays a pivotal role in the creation of many archipelagos. But how does this work? Well, let's dig into the fiery heart of our planet to understand this. It all begins with the Earth's mantle, a layer of molten rock that swirls beneath the crust. Occasionally, plumes of this molten rock rise to the surface, creating what we call hotspots. The hotspot itself remains stationary, but the Earth's crust is always on the move, sliding over these hotspots like a colossal conveyor belt. When a hotspot breaches the crust, it results in a volcanic eruption. This molten rock, or magma, cools and solidifies once it reaches the surface, forming a volcanic island. Over time, as the crust continues to move, the hot spot creates a new eruption and a new island. This process repeats, eventually forming a chain of islands or an archipelago. To illustrate this, let's consider the Hawaiian Islands, a textbook example of an archipelago formed by a hotspot. The oldest island, Kauai, is located furthest from the hotspot, while the youngest, the Big Island of Hawaii, is right over it. This is because the Pacific Plate, the piece of crust on which the islands sit, has been moving northwest over the hotspot for millions of years. Each island represents a different stage in the life cycle of a volcano, from the active Big Island, where new land is being created, to the eroding Kauai, where the forces of wind and water are sculpting the landscape. So you see, the Earth is not a static entity, it's a dynamic, ever-evolving stage on which the forces of geology perform a slow yet constant dance. And while we might perceive volcanic eruptions as destructive, they are also creative forces. They bring new land to the surface and, over time, form stunning landscapes and rich ecosystems. And that's the beauty of our planet. It's a never-ending cycle of creation and destruction where each end is just a new beginning. With every eruption, a new piece of the archipelago puzzle is put into place. Volcanoes aren't the only architects of archipelagos. Let's explore the role of erosion and sea level changes. Just like a master sculptor chisels away at a block of marble, erosion and sea level changes are nature's tools, shaping and redefining the Earth's landscapes. These processes are particularly influential in the creation and evolution of archipelagos. So what exactly do we mean when we talk about erosion? Well, it's a process where natural forces such as wind, water, and ice wear away rocks and soil. Over time, these forces can dramatically alter the landscape. Imagine a relentless artist, tirelessly working, slowly shaping the masterpiece that is our world. For instance, let's consider the British Isles. This group of islands was not always an archipelago. Millions of years ago, they were part of the mainland. However, the ceaseless action of rivers and glaciers eroded the land, creating valleys and cliffs. Eventually, as sea levels rose, these eroded areas were flooded, separating the highland areas and forming the islands we know today. Sea level changes, often linked to climate changes, play a crucial role too. When the Earth's temperature rises, polar ice caps melt, causing sea levels to rise. This can result in parts of the mainland being submerged, creating islands. Conversely, when the Earth cools and ice caps expand, sea levels fall. This can expose previously submerged land, connecting islands, or even creating new ones. It's a dynamic process, with the landscape continuously being sculpted and resculpted. The archipelago you see today may not look the same in 1,000,000 years, or even 1,000. The power of erosion and sea level changes is a testament to the ever-changing nature of our planet. It's a slow dance, with the Earth and the elements moving in harmony, creating and recreating the world as we know it. As the sea rises and falls, and the wind and rain carve away at the land, the shape of our archipelago continues to evolve. From their tumultuous beginnings to the tranquil landscapes we see today, the journey of an archipelago is one of constant change. These island clusters, scattered across our planet's oceans, are living proof of nature's ceaseless transformation, a testament to the enduring dance of creation and destruction. Today, archipelagos around the world are as diverse as they are numerous. From the tropical paradises of the Maldives, Seychelles, and the Philippines, to the rugged wilderness of Norway's Lofoten or Alaska's Aleutian Islands, each archipelago boasts its unique character, shaped by millions of years of geological processes and the relentless march of time. Yet, despite their serene beauty, these islands are far from static. They continue to evolve, sculpted by the same forces that birthed them. Volcanic activity, erosion, sea level changes. These natural processes are still at play, constantly reshaping the archipelagos in subtle but profound ways. But it's not just nature that's changing these islands. Human activity too is leaving its mark. Deforestation, pollution, and climate change are all altering the face of our archipelagos, often with devastating consequences. Coral reefs are bleaching, ecosystems are collapsing, and entire islands are threatened by rising sea levels. But amid these challenges, there's also hope. Around the world, efforts are underway to preserve these unique landscapes and the rich biodiversity they harbor. From conservation initiatives and sustainable tourism to groundbreaking scientific research, we're learning to live in harmony with these islands, to protect them for future generations to admire and explore. The archipelagos of our world are a testament to the power and beauty of nature. They remind us of our planet's dynamic past, its vibrant present, and the uncertain future we all share. As we stand on the shores of these island paradises, we are witnessing the latest chapter in a story that began millions of years ago, and who knows what the next chapter will bring.